Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel if this is your first time being here. My name's Jamie. I'm a makeup enthusiast, a mother of four, a full-time worker. I'm trying to slip in YouTube as a side hobby. So I love makeup and I wanted to come and share some of my reviews and thoughts with you guys. Today we're gonna do first impressions and swatches of the new Alexa Persico To Have and To Hold palette. It's a beautiful neutral palette. It's pretty basic. It's $40 on her site. And originally I had purchased the Jessie James Decker palette. I really enjoyed it, so I came back to purchase this one when I heard it was announced. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel. I could really use the support, especially being a new YouTuber. I'm really just trying to get up my subscriber count as well, and like my video if you do like this. So I really appreciate this, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. Thanks so much. So there are 12 shades in here, ranging in color. This is basically a bridal palette. That's what it's positioned as. And you can see there's 8 mattes and 4 shimmer colors. And they're beautiful. I mean, it's very neutral once again, but this one's like neutral leaning cool, I would say. I don't know, very just neutral, right in the middle. And I have these on my eyes right now, these shadows. So I'm gonna go through a tutorial in a minute and you can see me applying them. But really quickly, I wanna get started with some swatches and show you guys what this looks like. So I am gonna start with, I guess I'll start with the bottom and go across from the bottom lightest. So that would be Flower Girl, which is this one right here. Swatch it. There you go. That was one swatch. Here's 2. So that's Flower Girl. Then the next one over is called Hitched. And now we're getting a little bit more darker, and I don't know, I guess they're both cool. That one's just more of a blush shade, I would feel like. And the first one, I don't know, they're both blushy. And this next one is blushy as well to me. And now it's getting like darker in tone, and I would say becoming more neutral. And this one is called I Do. They're not swatching that fantastic, but they really do apply on the lids and blend out. Really fantastic. Okay, and then the last one in that row is called Tuxedo. And it's right here. Tuxedo. It's just a cool, darker brown. That's the darkest brown in the palette, that one. All right, I think I have some room, so why don't we just continue on with the next row, which is all mattes again. This is now the lightest shade in the palette. It's really close to my skin tone. It's called Alter. Then the next shade moving over is called MOH, which I'm assuming means Maid of Honor. There we go. Do that one again. It's really close to my skin tone, so it is not showing up that fantastic. The next one is called Honeymoon. And this one is more a little bit of a darker, neutral, brown beige. Okay, and then the last one in that row is called Ever After. And it is a lighter, cool tone brown. So I guess I'm gonna show you really quick how this compares to these 2 rows. So I think you can see that the first ones are more pinkish, and then they go to dark brown. That's just a dark brown, it's not black. And then it goes to these 4, which are really neutral browns. Okay. All right, now let's swatch the metallics. So that is this row up here. We'll go from lightest to darkest. This first one is called Veil. I mean, these are like super, super shimmery, and they're a little powdery. These metallics are. The second one is called Golden Hour. Wow. The third one is called Bouquet. Getting a little pinky on this one. So that one's definitely like a light champagne, and then like almost a peachy tan. No, it's more peach than anything. And then now we're moving into a pinky. That pink didn't, it's weird. I really think that the pink is the one that's like the least metallic out of this group. But I mean, it's still metallic. Still give it that, but it's just not as metallic as and flaky as the other ones. Okay, and then the last one is called Mrs. or MRS. All right. There they are. So Veil, Golden Hour, Bouquet, Mrs. And here they are in the pans. Well, it's flipped around. Do it like this. Okay, now let's go for the try-on portion of the video. I will start with this shade here, Alter. Please don't mind all my bad skin problems right now. Okay, so then we're gonna go right into the next one, which is MOH. I guess that's like Maid of Honor. That's my guess. Dipping back in. Dipping back in again. Dipping back in one more time. All right. Next, let's go for Honeymoon. So these don't seem extremely pigmented. I definitely have palettes that are more pigmented, but they blend out well, and there's not a lot of kick up. They're not very powdery, and they're very blendable. All right. So moving on, next, I think I want to get a little bit darker. I'm gonna go for I Do, this one. And then once again, still keeping it concentrated to the outer V. Outer V, that's where I'm depositing the color. But then I'm blending it up and in. Outer V, deposit, blend up and into the crease. Go back to this one, deposit more, blend up and into the crease. All right, that is pretty good. So I think now I'm gonna put a shimmery color on my lid, and we'll go with that next. I'm gonna go with Mrs. I'm gonna keep this, I wanna keep it actually away from the inner corner because it is the darkest shimmer. So it's blending really well. It's depositing well. It's beautiful. There is not much anything bad to say about it at all. Okay. So then once I have that on, I am gonna go back and take one of the lighter, brighter shades. So this one, Veil, is really light and bright. I'm gonna put that in my inner corner. So I normally just take like my ring finger, take that, and I am gonna, ooh, that is really sparkly and bright. That is really, I'm taking a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of blend it into the shadow. So I put it here and like start blending it in. But then I'm gonna take another color, I think. I'm gonna take Golden Hour. Well, I can actually take them all. Okay, I'll take Bouquet, which is this pink one. And that one I wanna go even more like into the corner and up. So it's kind of like blending into the rest of the shadows. And then for a last step, I'll take Golden Hour. Well, last step on when it comes to shimmers. This one is super pigmented, Golden Hour is. So what I'm doing is just kind of like touching it on the back of my hand so that I get some of the pigment off. And then this, I'm gonna pop it right on the center of my eyelid, like just right there. And that'll make just the center of your lid pop, which is always pretty. So wow, this is beautiful. I know, I totally get it, why this is like a wedding type of palette. It's so beautiful. Okay. So then I'm gonna take my last step, which is just to kind of line my eyes and darken my outer V. Actually, I'll do a step before that. So I am going to do my lower lash line. So that's like right here, and I don't wanna put too dark of a color there because I don't wanna drag down my eyes at all. So what I normally do is take one of the lighter shades, like I'll take Honeymoon right here on a smaller brush, kick that off, and then I just go right under here. Oh, I hope that was in right under here. All right, so that's it. That's all I do. I don't put too much darkness down there because I don't know, I just think I look better without dragging my eyes down. So then the last step is gonna be to take a smaller brush. I'm gonna take two brushes actually. The first one is like just a smaller detail brush. Looks a little dirty, but it's clean. And then I'm gonna take, I guess, this After Ever color, and this is what I'm gonna put in my outer V. That's a great color for there. So just right there, darken it up, the outer V. That's perfect. Wow. I really like this palette. Like really, really. So pretty. So pretty. And then the last one, I'll take a more detailed brush like this, and then I go into the darkest color, which is Tuxedo. And that's where I go right to like the lash line. It's a great color. It's not very pigmented, which is okay, because it's a dark color. I don't think you always want a dark color to be very pigmented. You would just want it to be buildable. At least I do. I want it to show up, but buildable is perfect. And that's what this is. Oh man, This is good. Such a good color selection here. Okay. I think that's it. So, I mean, really in that little tutorial, the only colors I didn't use were like these two pinker colors. And what's funny is I feel like these are like the best blush. So the only two colors in the palette that I didn't use were these two pinks. And what I'll do is dab into both of them and add them to my cheeks. You can never have too much blush, and it works great as a blush, so that is perfect. I might like put a little bit more foundation or put concealer right here, but that's really the finished look. So I'm gonna come back with some final thoughts. Thanks. All right, so final, first impressions of this, my review, my wrap up, my feelings. On this palette, I really love it. I think it's a great purchase. $40 I think is a fair price point. The shadows are beautiful. Everybody has neutral palettes, so I'm not sure if this is something that you're gonna be interested in, but I really love neutral palettes. I can't help myself, and I like to try new brands, especially indie brands, and give them a fair shot. So the color story here I thought was fantastic, especially for being a bridal palette, spot on. The only thing with me is these are pretty unique to what I typically wear as eyeshadows. They're definitely more like blushes for me, but I like the fact that they can create a cohesive look. If you do use them for blush, it'll be a cohesive look on your face, so I appreciate that as well. I thought they performed really well. They were buildable, blendable, all the things I'm looking for. There was a great color payoff with the metallics. It's a fantastic palette, so I definitely recommend it. $40, Alexa Persico, and I'm gonna continue to support that brand and see what other hidden gems I can find there. So that is really my final thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, I'm trying to build up channel support. I'm trying to build up, my content and also my subscriber count. So if you made it to the end, congratulations. And if you could please like and subscribe to my channel, that would be fantastic. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Okay, bye. All right. Okay. All right, let's get into this. So it's been a while. It's been a while today. It's been a really long day for me. All right.